Hi, it's Joan, and I'm back with a few more words of wisdom. And this time I'm going to give you some tools that I hope that might be helpful to you. A couple of people that I have read for have asked me for these things that I do. And so I thought I'd just make a video and make it available to everybody. But first I'm going to start with kind of a story. One of the tools I'm going to give you is how I do my daily meditation. And one time, I was with a group of friends, and a woman said, well, I know how to meditate. This is how you meditate. And she had been using meditation to help her sleep. She was having a hard time getting to sleep at night. And she said, this is how you meditate. You count your breaths, and if you lose count, then you start over and start counting again, and you keep that up until you fall asleep. And I was thinking, well, that's great. That's one form of meditation. And I started thinking about how meditation goes back thousands of years with hundreds of different modes and approaches and millions of different specific practices. But in some ways, she was right that there was only this one way to meditate, because one of my true words of wisdom is the only advice I really ever give to people, and that is, there's only one right way, and that's the way that works for you. As long as it's not illegal and doesn't hurt anybody else, if it works for you, great. So I'm offering these, not saying that this is the right way to clear, connect, protect, and meditate, but just as an idea, something to consider so that you can craft your own practices, the ones that work right for you, because we're all different. And that's what I've done. I've cobbled together some practices I've picked up from different people over the years. And so I'm just offering them to you to see, maybe you like them, maybe you won't. Just something to think about. And the first thing I do before I meditate or do a reading is I clear myself. And there's lots of different ways to do a clearing. But this is a practice I learned from the first person I took a psychic development course from, and that is Echo Bodine. And she recommends doing this. And she did this before readings, before and after readings, and healings too, if you're an energy healer or practitioner. And you just ask God or the universe or whoever, creator, whatever your higher power is, say, please clear me. Please clear my mind of anything that's blocking my psychic connection and spiritual development. And here I often envision just a red line, like a scanner going up and down, clearing my mind. And then take a deep breath and say, please God, clear my body. And see the scanner line going up and down, or down and up through your whole entire body, head to toe and back up again. Please clear my body of any blocks to my connection to you. Next, say, please clear my aura. Please clear all the layers of my aura of anything that's not mine to deal with. Sometimes I envision unseen hands just picking out little slivers of darkness out of my aura. And as you take a couple deep breaths, you can kind of feel it fluffing up, all bright and colorful and glowing again. And next, say, please clear my soul. And sometimes you can kind of feel something in your solar plexus when you say that. And that's it. And you can do that as often as you like. I kind of use it as a prelude to meditation or before a reading. And after a while, it kind of becomes second nature to you. So you can also use it when the monkey mind starts in, when you start feeling negative thoughts or feelings about yourself or about other people. And after a while, it gets to be such a routine that you can just go clear, clear, and envision the red line going up and down and getting rid of those. So it's just a nice, quick way to reset yourself, kind of get you back to your base, to ground zero. So that's clearing. And you can take it further. You can say, please, after going through mind, body, or a soul, you can say, if you're trying to get to sleep at night, please clear my pillow. Please clear my bed. Please clear this room. You can say, please clear my house or my apartment, the dwelling that I'm in. And when I do that, I kind of picture each room of my house, from the basement going into, visually just see it going into all the different rooms, up the stairs, around all the rooms on the front, first floor, even the closets, up the stairs, all the rooms and closets and everything, and all the way up to the attic. And then see the whole house in the shaft of divine light too. So that's another way to clear things other than your body and your aura. And yeah, so next is connecting. So I do that. I start by envisioning a big shaft of golden white light coming down from heaven and enveloping me. And I say, I am connected to Source, or you could say God or the universe or whatever. And it comes down from heaven. And next I say, I envision a ball of white light, a bubble of white light enveloping me inside the shaft of light, and say, I am protected from all low vibration energies and entities. And I imagine this ball of light as being made of this fabulous fabric that lets high energies in and out. Love goes both ways, but any low vibration energies or entities, things, just bounce right off. So I kind of think of it as the spiritual version of Gore-Tex, which hikers and campers know will let moisture and heat out, but it keeps the wind and the wet on the outside. So that's my spiritual Gore-Tex bubble. And so we are connected to divine source, protected from all low vibrations. And now you take that same shaft of light and take it all the way down to the center of the earth and say, and I am connected, I am grounded in Gaia. And imagine that shaft of divine white light is curling itself around the very core of the earth. And at the same time, or next, I envision roots growing out of my feet into the top layer, the topsoil, the top layer of earth, and a taproot growing out of the base of my spine and going all the way down to the core of the earth and wrapping itself around the core of the earth. Okay, so now we're connected, protected, and grounded. And just kind of sit there for a while. And the next part is the start of my chakra meditation. So now, protected, connected to source, and grounded, I bring up some of that energy from Gaia through the taproot, through the roots, into my feet, into the base of my spine, and we're going to go through each one of the chakras. And these are just my chakra meditations or affirmations. When the energy gets to the root chakra, I say, I rise up. Might say, I rise up and survive. I rise up and take action. But it's always, I rise up. And if you're a visual person, you can envision a red lotus blossom spinning to the right. But even if you can't visualize, just kind of hold that energy there and see if you can bring your attention to the root chakra and just see if you feel the energy. And if you can't, that's all right. Just move on to the next one. we're going to the sacral chakra. And I affirm, what's the next one? I rise up. I reclaim my power. I reclaim my power, my passion, and my creativity. And see the orange lotus flower blossom right there, a couple of inches below your navel, and it is spinning to the right. And next, you bring the energy up into your solar plexus and affirm, I am connected to divine guidance through my intuition. I hear and heed my intuition. And when I follow my intuition, it gives me self-confidence. And feel the energy, see the yellow lotus blossom spinning to the right. And know that you're connected to your intuition, and your intuition is run by your higher self, your oversoul, that knows everything about you, the you that your existence now and every lifetime you've ever had. It knows everything about you. And this is where you can connect with intuition and start hearing that still small voice that will help guide you in even the smallest decisions of life. Should I have decaf or regular? What should I have for dinner? Those kinds of things. So know that you can gain self-confidence by listening to your intuition. And this is coming through your solar plexus. Next, move up to the heart chakra and affirm, I am love. I give and receive love easily and in abundance. And feel the energy and see the lotus flower spinning. It can be green, or some people like to think of the heart chakra as like a watermelon, green on the outside and pinkish red on the inside. So you might envision a blossom with a green bud opening the layers to see the reddish pink inside, and have that spinning to the right. Next, you bring the energy up to your throat chakra and affirm, I speak my truth. I speak my truth, and I listen to others because all voices are important. But notice that you speak your truth first. That's the primary message here. And see a light blue lotus blossom spinning to the right. Next, bring the energy up into your third eye chakra and affirm, I see the world through God's eyes, through God's indigo eyes, and see the dark blue lotus blossom spinning to the right. Feel the energy. And if you don't really feel the energy, just give it, 5-10 seconds and move on. It took me a very long time to open up my heart chakra. And with practice, it'll come. You know it will. Next, go up to your crown chakra and affirm, I am a clear channel for God's love and light. Feel the energy, and you might picture violet colored funnel reaching up from the top of your head and spinning to the right. Or if it's more effective for you, picture just a tube. Remember the old long fluorescent tubes that we put in light fixtures? Something like that, a tube of violet light or white violet light reaching up into the heavens. Now you're all lit up like a Christmas tree. So start back down at the center of the earth. Bring the energy up through you and through all the chakras and out the top of your head. And another way you can do it or incorporate here, here's a shortcut that I learned from Suzanne Giesemann. If you don't want to go through the whole long chakra meditation, she calls it the kind of rotor-rooter thing, where you can bring up the energy and very quickly do kind of a coiling motion, circling up through all the chakras and just hitting on them, on each one. That's a way to do the same meditation more quickly. Okay, so if you're still with me, now we're going to do Tree of Life. And that is doing exactly what we've done so far, and now going down. I'll explain it first, and then we'll go through it. We're going to go back down to the earth and bring the energy up through all of the chakras and picture yourself as a tree. The energy is going to come up through your trunk, and that's going to, through the roots and into your trunk, which is the trunk of the tree. And it sort of spins around and it comes out your branches and expresses through your leaves. So we're going to bring up energy through the trunk, through the branches, out the leaves, and you're going to send oxygen out into the atmosphere. And I'm going to do this 3 times. And the first time, I just see the leaves as just budding out like they are in spring. And then we take in the carbon dioxide, goes down through the leaves, through the branches, through the trunk, through the roots, down to Mother Earth, into where the carbon dioxide is captured and transmuted into something else. The next time you go up through the whole thing and you go out the leaves, and they are bigger leaves now. They're middle of summer leaves. And then the third time, we're going to bring back carbon dioxide and put it down into the earth. And then the third time, it's not just the oxygen that's going to be released. It's you. It's your consciousness. We're going to release out into the stratosphere. So here we go. We're going to bring in the energy through all your chakras and out through the branches and into the leaves. Take in the carbon dioxide and send it down to the earth. And we're going to do the same thing. Take in a deep breath and bring the energy through your roots, through the trunk, through the branches, out through the mature leaves of the tree. And this next time, we'll breathe in, take the energy back down to the center of the earth. And this last time, we're going to just bring out of the top of the trees. It's going to be so forceful that the birds that are sitting in the tree are just going to fly away. So here we go. The birds have flown off, and your consciousness is now out, going out, out, out through the atmosphere, all the layers of the atmosphere. And you're looking back and seeing the earth falling away behind you. You're in the darkness of outer space now. And as you look back at the earth, send it a blessing. Bless the atmosphere, the air, the water, the land. Bless the animals, vegetables, and minerals, from the tiniest single cell of life to the largest animals on the planet. And here's where I like to think of your favorite, like to think of my favorite creatures that I'm going to bless. And I might see the tail of a whale, or some otters, or a mountain goat, and of course birds. And also send your blessing to all the people of the earth. And send them the knowing that you have now, because you're seeing the world as it truly is. We are all one. And send that blessing to all the people, all the nations, all the beings, all the plants, all the life of Earth. Let them know that we are all connected and we're all working together in a system. And send them your love to raise the vibration of the entire planet. Okay, now we're going to turn back around and head out into space. And as you do so, you're still in this bubble of protection. And through the bubble, feel the edges of your aura. And next, we're going to take a deep breath. And as you forcefully breathe out this breath, you will expand your aura to include all that is. So you can say, I am limitless. I am one with all creation. And continue to breathe. And now take a moment and merge with everything that is, whatever that means to you. Don't even worry about it. Just know that you've done it. And now you're going to shift from human consciousness to divine consciousness. And you might feel this more like over on the right side of your head. Now you know that you're in this special place, at your highest vibration place, this beautiful, peaceful place. And this is where you meet higher consciousness. And you can sit here in the power and just be. Just breathe and absorb the high vibrations and the quietness of your mind. And feel the power and the beauty. This is also the place where you can meet your guides and angels, departed loved ones, and other expressions of Source. And you can just be here and ask, what is it that I need to know today? Or what is it that I need to know about my health, my work, my relationship, whatever area of your life that you're most concerned about. And just sit here and be peaceful. Just ask once and know that on some level you're going to be receiving the answer. You might get a feeling in your body. You might see something in your mind. You might hear a sound or even a voice. You might not experience anything but the peace. But even in the stillness, know that you are getting exactly what you need. And know that you can come back here whenever you want. It's a beautiful, beautiful, peaceful place. And after a while, when it's time, shift back into human consciousness. Come back to earth. Open your eyes and feel that you're back in your normal consciousness again. But always remember, you can go there whenever you like. And that's kind of the long version. So lots of this for me was taken from many different people, from Echo Bodine and Suzanne Giesman and lots of other people whose names I can't remember now because I'm kind of loopy from doing that meditation. But take what you want, take little pieces of it, break it up. You don't have to do this whole thing, and see if any of that resonates with you. And break it apart and find out what works and what doesn't. And if nothing does, that's just fine. If something does, great. Use that as a basis, kind of a little component to build your own practice and do what feels right and feels good to you. Anyhow, I'll see you next time. I hope this was helpful. And know again that there's only one right way, and that's the way that's right for you. Take care now. Bye.